stop getting stuck in the side mount? I get this question all the time. How do we escape from the side mount? And how do we stop getting stuck here? The answer is in this arm, the far arm. Anytime we get put in the side mount position, we need this arm in one of three positions. I also need you guys to be strong with this arm. And this is what I mean. I see this so often. You're getting pinned from the top and your arms are doing nothing. And this arm, we're going to place it in one of three positions. Position number one, we frame the head and we cup the tricep. I'm doing two things at the same time with my left arm. One, pushing into Lee's jaw with my elbow. Two, pulling Lee's arm with my hand. Go ahead and pin.
I'm just going to choke myself. Can't.
Attack. Position number two with this arm. And this is probably the most common place this arm gets put into anytime you get put in the side mount, is around the neck. Now, just because my arm's around the neck on the far side does not mean it's useless. This is what I want you to do with it. Reach all the way for the opposite shoulder. No gi, gi, grab cloth. Pull with this grip and drive your shoulder into their jaw. Go ahead, pin me. Thank you. Position number three with this arm. The old underhook. This is the really common one, especially with advanced guys. But here's the mistake I see a lot of people make with their underhook. They manage to get the underhook, but they underhook low or they grab around the waist. This makes you vulnerable to the whizzer or the head and arm choke, the Darce choke. Okay? This is how I like to set up my underhook from the bottom side mount. I call it a shallow underhook, meaning this. I go elbow to elbow. Go ahead and pin. Arm position number one, the frame. I'm not just pushing up into his neck. I'm pushing his head away from me, but I'm also controlling this arm.
It's interesting because it's twisting my neck, but it's also keeping me in front of you. I remember the old school way was you were taught to hook here and lift the chin.
Like this.
And that's great. I can't come straight down on you.
But you go forward.
I can do that.
That's right. Now, go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Oh. The other thing is if you grip up high here,
Yeah.
got all this
You
movement.
have that arm. And I know a lot of the times this arm goes under my neck.
Yeah.
And when it goes under my neck, you start pulling with it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do your thing.
I don't have enough. I don't got a good purchase on it here.
No.
There's a frame. I'm just pulling into the bone.
Arm position number two. Arm is around the neck. Now, my arm's not just around the neck doing nothing. It's around the neck with a grip and a pull. And this is the thing that a lot of people struggle with this position. When the arm's around the neck, they always want to grab and push. We're always taught to push and make space. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, no. Notice how I pull him.
No, I want to.
Oh, where are you going?
Yeah.
The bottom arm. Here's bonus. I like to take this bottom arm, grab the back of the tricep, and pull the free arm or their top arm down. Now, this guy on top of me can't put this arm around my head. Go ahead. Pin me to the mat. Thank you. And arm position number 3, the underhook. As soon as I get my underhook, I always find the elbow with my elbow and pay attention to Lee's head. I want to keep his head and his chest on this side of my body versus this side of my body.
I can't put any weight on you.
I know that's where he's going to go. Go ahead. You're going to say, what if he swims his arm in? Go ahead, swim. Go ahead, swim. He swims, I swim. It's just like a pummeling drill. And I have all the space to replace my guard or take the back. When the person on top starts to swim, I need to recapture my underhook. A lot of people, they try to pull their whole arm down and back and replace it. When Lee swims, I swim. I also keep my elbow and my forearm in contact with his elbow and tricep or bicep. Get in the habit of when you feel them swimming, go ahead, do your thing. Your arm follows. It's right behind.
There's never really a point where I can collapse this arm down. Whereas if you bring it in,
If I bring my arm in, that's right. If I try to pull my arm up to come back,
yeah, it's vulnerable.
it's vulnerable.
So this bone stays here.
Correct.
You know, I was thinking about that underhook.
Yep.
And how we a lot of times tend to slide up the rib cage into the armpit and then get vulnerable to the overhook.
Yep.
You know, it's true in geometry that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but this isn't geometry.
No.
The best path between 2 points is often an arc in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Right? Everything we've got in our skeleton, everything works on arcs. Right? And so
Yeah.
you want to move that arm this way. You don't want to slide up it into the armpit.
I always want to create angles.
Yeah. But to get from one point to another, sometimes it's an arcing motion. The sweeps can be an arc.
Well, and think of it like this. Our joints are all, especially like our hips and our shoulders, they're ball joints.
Yeah.
Right? So the first joint in your arm and your legs move, or your arms move.
Yeah.
360 degrees.
A lot of degrees of freedom there.
Right? So I'm not going to move it in a straight line. Those are the lines that your limbs are the strongest in.
Yeah, that's when we're working out in the gym, we're working.
Everything is straight lines.
Yeah, unless you're very consciously doing an exercise to build that other kind of strength, which
Most people don't.
10% of people do that.
That's right. Most people don't.
Right. Yeah. So I've noticed that a person that you can't move their arm, if you take it at a bit of an angle first and turn, all of a sudden you'll start getting movement where there was none before.
Yep.
And that's
why you find a lot of times construction workers, tradesmen
they have that weird strength.
have that weird strength because they're used to working out on angles
Angles, they're holding heavy stuff above their head, or they're on a ladder,
while holding.
they're on their
angles.
knees while
Right.
they're hammering carpet into place or
That's right.
whatever.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They use their bodies to make a living.
Yeah.
In practical ways, right?
Correct.
There's that gym strength and then there's contractor strength.
That's right.
And they feel very different.
You can tell.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, guys. Anytime you find yourself in the bottom side of the side mount, that far arm, place it in one of those 3 positions. The framing position, around the neck with a grip and a pull, or what I like to call a shallow underhook where you go elbow to elbow. Get away from trying to grab them around their waist. That leaves you vulnerable to the Darce chokes or the wizard.
You also said in class that when your arm ends up in one of those three positions, your rule is to leave it there.
That's right.
Yeah.
So anytime you find yourself, okay, if you're in position one, you're going to stay in position one until you escape. As soon as you start moving that arm around, again, it becomes vulnerable to becoming attacked.
Right. No waving it in front of their face.
No, 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 right? Hide that arm, gain a grip, and start to use it. Make the person on top fight for their position and work to try to take that arm. You'll have way more success escaping.
Yeah, if the guy on top is actively struggling for that arm, he's not thinking as much about his base and posture.
That's right.
Okay. So learn how to protect that arm by itself.
Correct.
And then use that to get out.
And then guess what? Your position, not that good anymore.
Yeah, on top, you can feel like you've got no control over the guy.
That's right. That's right. Stop getting stuck in the side mount. Use those 3 arm positions and watch your game change. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Lee.
Thanks, sir.
Boom. The moment they start to try to pin you, roll them.
Trickery. Nothing but trickery and deception.
Ah,